What's going on, guys? This is Nerd is the Word with your geeky guide guys, John and Ty.
What's up?
So, for a Monday episode, we're going to talk about what happened over the weekend.
A great and amazing show.
Yes, some video game awards of 2014, which is not only just awards, but trailers and sort of sneak peeks of things to come. Which we're all excited for. I'm just reading through a list here of just some of the highlights of things that were shown, and all of them are just amazing, and I think just about everybody's looking forward to them.
People were actually surprised because last year they didn't really people weren't expecting much from the show because last year's show wasn't that great. But this year they really outdone themselves because they've added a lot of new. There was a lot more to be seen in this year's VGAs than last year's.
Absolutely,
basically, and it was great.
They really did. With just about every game, I think has just escalated to just like this awesome. Everything's just moving forward, and I love that. How far it's moving along.
Gotta get to the top.
Gotta get to the top. And it's just great.
Yep.
It really is to see these games. Like, for instance, Zelda.
Yeah, well, I geeked out so hard. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. But I had an extreme geek out. Like, I was cheesing. I was like, you know, it was insane. But
I mean, seriously, just from what you saw them doing on that screen, that was enough. That was enough.
And it's
to
a year away too.
A year away.
There's still a lot that they're gonna improve.
Oh, absolutely.
It's I don't know, dude.
That was just.
If I hear any more news, my head will explode. So I have to stay away. I have to stay in the dark from now on.
I mean that. What was it? What was it? Twilight Princess. I thought when that came out and I saw that, I couldn't believe how, as far as graphics wise, that Zelda was that far along.
Well, honestly, I think when they announced it, I really didn't have that much expectations for it. I really didn't.
For Twilight Princess?
I really didn't.
But you played it, right?
But I played it, and I was like, okay, it's actually really
yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Definitely something I like to play on the Wii.
But the great thing about this is what the fans have wanted for a long time for them to return back to the original gameplay of Zelda, where you are actually exploring things and doing things, and not a certain order. It's not linear and stuff. And they're bringing that back. They did it previously with the 3DS game Link Between Worlds, and the reception was great. It sold well, and people, they obviously want the old type of Zelda gameplay, and they're finally bringing it back, and that's one of the greatest things about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, that free roam sort of thing, just this
The
open
scale
world,
and people really didn't expect it.
Really, they should have, because
it would have to go there eventually.
It would. And
this is the first HD Zelda 2.
It is. And it looked fantastic.
The scale of it is insane.
And not only, do you have this huge world, and they're going back, and they're bringing features back that everybody loves, that made Zelda Zelda, but they're incorporating the Wii U's gamepad and other features.
Which we don't even know much about it at all right now.
The
only thing that we've seen is small things like a map integration and beacons and stuff like that.
Or using the gamepad as binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars and optional aiming. That's all we know so far.
Yep, and I think it's a long time coming for the Wii U for something like this.
People
they need it
for a long time.
They needed this.
Yep,
they do. The Wii U needs this game to come out.
Smash Bros was a huge success, but they need something on that caliber.
They need more than just the Smash Brothers.
Exactly, and this is going to fit the bill.
It will. It definitely will.
And before that, they're supposed to be bringing out Star Fox as well, so that's good too.
Ooh.
It's been a long time.
So they're not really focused on creating new titles, as far as they're more concerned with.
They're trying to bring back
rebooting.
Yeah,
the great titles.
It's been a long time since a Star Fox game. It's been a long time, dude. I mean, I don't know, dude.
I mean, are they going to go back and make Metroid and...
Dude, a Metro game in
HD.
full HD 1080p. Dude. Ooh.
That is a force to be reckoned with right there.
Okay. We should move on to something else. We're geeking out a little too much.
Yeah, you know. So, The Witcher 3 will let you play as multiple characters.
It looks pretty good. One of the things they no wait, I think I'm getting mixed up with Dragon Age Inquisition. Or did I? Oh no, never mind. Go on.
Well, for
I don't know much about The Witcher because I never played it.
You know, I'm not sure either, but this was pretty big news, I hear.
A lot of fans are going pretty crazy about it.
Yeah.
So it must be really good. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. You know, in reading through the news here, you know, things that we're not completely familiar with, and we see things like this, kind of sparks that wanting to play, wanting to get into it, because I guess it finally has you know, I'm not saying it wasn't good before, because I can't say that because I didn't play it, but now it's seeming like these developers are giving more reason to get into the games. You know what I mean? So.
Yep, which is great.
Yep.
Now, there's the other game that was, you know, another premiere for it, which was No Man's Sky. It looks absolutely amazing. A lot of fans are geeking out because of the game. John, it is beautiful. Like, I don't know if you've heard anything about it. Basically, I don't even know much about it. I've just seen certain videos, but basically you get to travel from planet to planet, and that's all randomly generated, and you get to fly like out in space and stuff like that on the spaceship and stuff like that. Explore different worlds, and it keeps on going.
Yeah.
I don't know what the objective is in the game, but it looks so amazing. I can't wait for that too.
I'm not familiar at all with it. Unfortunately, I do. I have to check it out.
If none of you guys out there have checked it out, you need to check it out. It is beautiful.
Yep.
Great.
So following the news, pretty much what everybody was mostly waiting for. Not my dog that's yipping in the background at this precise moment because he didn't want to do it any other time. The actual awards. We'll just go through some of these because there's a huge list of games, and we'll kind of tell you if we think yay or nay.
Yeah.
You know, best performance, Trey Parker as various voices. South Park: The Stick of Truth, which I didn't even play, but I knew about it.
I've watched it, and I want to play it so bad. Dude, it runs like it's like you're actually watching an episode.
Really?
It's like you're actually watching an episode. It is great.
That's awesome.
It is. It's amazing, dude.
That's great. If you like South Park, that's great.
Now, whether it's yay or nay, I wouldn't know it because I haven't really. Because I know one of the other performances that was really talked about was Kevin Spacey in Advanced Warfare. But I have not seen it, nor have I played it, nor do I want to. That's a whole other story.
But that's Kevin Spacey, though.
It was Kevin Spacey.
I love Kevin Spacey. I think he's great.
Yeah, so when it comes to like yay or nay, it's undecided.
You know, there's more performances that are out there.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
I won't argue with it. It sounds good because I've seen South Park, so I consider that a good performance. Not per se the best performance. Best soundtrack, Destiny. And you know what? The soundtrack to Destiny didn't even like jump out at me at all. Like, I didn't really.
I haven't listened to. I've heard some, but I haven't listened to all, so I can't really like have a full, like 100% review on it. But I don't know, man. Playing
the game.
Considering the other games, I'd have to go on the nay side. I mean,
Okay?
I personally.
I know soundtracks to games. I could name like 3 of them that would probably beat Destiny but the thing is, you know, Destiny, the type of game Destiny is, I got so much going on in this shooter that I don't even notice the soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna notice it. That's the last thing. Like on Halo, the only
The iconic.
the only track I
intro.
know is the freaking intro in the main menu.
Yeah.
That was it. Everything past that, I'm not saying that it's not the best soundtrack. I'm not saying it's the worst soundtrack. I'm just saying, and I know the soundtrack adds to the value of the game and the playability. You know, I've never really heard a game with a terrible soundtrack that I've said, God, this music sucks. I can't play to this.
Yeah.
It doesn't really happen, but I won't argue. The best soundtrack is Destiny.
To be honest, in my opinion, I'd go with Smash because it has over 300 something songs, remakes and originals, in just one disc, which is insane. So the amount of quality and quantity, just in my opinion, I don't know.
That's a good argument. They should think about that. Should. Best online experience, Destiny. Well, I know it's definitely not Halo Master Chief Collection. I know that. I know that one. Anything but that game.
You know what's really funny though? I honestly was expecting them to go with Call of Duty.
Oh God!
For some reason, I just felt like they
Oh,
just
no,
needed
no,
to
no,
go
no,
with
no.
Duty.
No, but
'Cause it's always been like that, really.
now is it fair to say that Destiny has the best online experience when, as far as I know, Destiny is only online?
It is.
I believe so.
I thought it was. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I've obviously seen it. You guys play it, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was offline.
No, not as far as I'm aware. I've never been able to play offline. If I'm not connected to the internet, I've never been able to play. Now, as far as like a multiplayer experience, I was kind of thrown off just because I'm a Halo player. I'm talking Halo 2 and Halo 3 online.
Basically, the pinnacle of Halo.
Basically. But what I'm attesting to is the simplicity of Halo's multiplayer, of the game type, of literally how the competition is done. You've got your teams. There's not like all this sort of crazy, you know, teleporting and going over here and going over there and like a million things happening at one time. You know, it's that's what throws me off about Destiny.
So you think there's too much?
I think there's just a little too much going on, and even more than Call of Duty. You know, 'cause Call of Duty, you've got a ton of stuff going on at once. Destiny's got a ton of stuff going on at once. You know, with all these people and teleporting and these crazy guns and all sorts of stuff going on, and it's like and getting, not finding a match per se, but actually just proceeding on and getting into a match
Right.
takes much longer than it needs to be because they want to do this nice fancy animations of your ships floating around and they're meeting and then they get together and they zoom, and then when you start the match your whole team like is like falls down and it's like I know you can't see me but I'm making the, you know, when you start a match and it shows your team and they're all doing a pose thing, and it says, I forget what it says when you start a match, like Bravo or something. I don't know. I think it's just, there's a lot of stuff, and I think I would appreciate a little bit more simple. Because to me, less is more in a lot of circumstances. Less is definitely more. It makes it a little bit cleaner, makes it a little bit faster. That's what I think as far as that goes.
Yeah, sometimes can be a bad thing.
It
Looking
can.
at you, Halo Beyond 3.
It's just
Too
a
much.
mess. It's a mess, dude.
Too much.
You're throwing too much in there. Oh, man, but you know what? I'm not getting into Halo.
It's a whole nother episode in and of itself.
Yeah, I can't even get into that. Best fighting game: Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. not. he's, he
Good job,
claps.
Nintendo. Good
Yep.
job.
And you know that's
It's well deserved, in my opinion. I mean,
it is, and
I even
like
have
you
it
knew
yet.
that was going to happen though.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the new Super Smash,
People waiting for so long.
the new
so
Super Smash Brothers.
Long.
What I mean that was bound to happen, and I think it's well deserved. I haven't played it. I wish I could, but I've
I
seen
want
it.
to so bad.
Our
Man.
other geeky guide guy who is not here with us tonight, Zach,
Mhm.
he actually he got to play it for a while.
Lucky dude.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Unfortunately, he's not here to talk about it and give his thoughts about it. But we'll definitely have to touch back on that
Mhm.
at some point in the future. But I mean, everybody knows something about Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. There's not really much more to say. I mean, it's just well deserved.
Yep.
It really is.
Yep. The one before was just
The one
Yeah.
before was good, but there was a lot of issues with it. Most notably, the tripping, of course. The whole fact that you could go around the board fighting each other randomly, you just trip, and then you just open for like a hit. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
This is not the best fighting game is not the only mention of Nintendo in these awards.
Yeah, it was a collaboration from Sora. I don't know what the LTD stands for. I don't remember.
Bandai, Namco Games, and
Mhm.
Nintendo. That all three get the credit for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo was also Developer of the Year.
Which I see because they put there's been a lot of output from them this year. Mainly because the fact that when it comes to third party, it's barren with third party games. I mean, there's still like Call of Duty and so on and so forth, and Bayonetta, which is I guess kind of theirs now. I think they own the rights to it now. But anyways, when it comes to output, they've gone far and beyond.
They've gone all the way.
They pushed the envelope this year.
They have.
Games nonstop, but they've had to. I mean, they have to.
I mean, really,
They
look at
really
their competition.
They have to.
Seriously.
Exactly,
I mean,
because their competition has all these third-party games, and the
all
fact that
kinds.
exactly. I mean, honestly, I wish Microsoft and Sony would output as much first-party titles too. That'd be cool. But I know they can't because they don't want to create too much of a competition.
No,
there with the third parties that they have. They
No,
have a
man,
lot.
they create the console
Mhm.
and they let the third party developers
exactly.
just use it
Mhm.
and take full potential
Mhm.
of the console.
Exactly.
Do whatever you can do with our console, and Microsoft makes money,
Mm-hmm.
the developers make money,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's happy, the consumers are happy because they have a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Because the developers who can develop amazingly and make things that are just unbelievable,
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable, like things you would not even believe
Mm-hmm.
on an amazing console.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm saying Xbox One is an amazing console. I'm saying the PS4 is an amazing console, and I'm saying the Wii U is an amazing console because neither me
It's
or
all
anybody
about
that
the
I know
gamer.
could make it.
It's all about the gamer too. We try not to dwell into the whole fanboy console warrior
No.
pitchfork.
Because every console's got its place.
It's all about the games.
Yep. And it's
So.
whatever you like to play.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you like. I don't care really. I don't care if which one you like more, because they're all great, all
Mhm.
great consoles. Well, you can prefer one, but you can't say one's better.
It's all subjective.
It is. It's very, very relative
Mhm.
to the person. Anyway, best sports/racing game, Mario Kart. What?
I actually didn't know that until just now.
The best sports/racing game out of all the games.
I
Gran Turismo,
thought-
and Forza, and all
thought
this crap,
I
dude.
thought Forza would win. To be honest, I thought Forza would win. I'm surprised.
Mario
I'm
Kart.
surprised. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not deserved because Mario Kart is a great franchise and
Right.
it did well.
But
I didn't see it because there's all these. I don't know.
Mario Kart's great, but Forza though, I mean, Just the.
Hey,
I love Mario Kart. I'm not gonna be mad because you can't be mad. You can't be mad that Forza didn't win. You can't be mad if Mario Kart didn't win. They all, I would give like 6 games the best sports / racing game.
I think they've all done really well.
Yes.
With their entries thus far.
It's a level playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets an award. Everybody gets a clap.
Yes, but for this genre, I think it was well deserved for all of them. Really. The nominees were besides Mario Kart 8. I know it was, or the sports games were NBA, 2K something. I don't play those games, and the FIFA. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry to those out there. I don't know how to pronounce that, but and then obviously Forza. I don't know what the other one was.
Gran Turismo.
I have no clue.
I have no idea either.
I don't think Gran Turismo ain't coming out yet for PS4.
I don't think so either.
Oh, guys. It's probably a 2016 title, if anything, so that takes forever to come out. I never played it. Oh, I have played it before, one game, but I know that it takes forever for them to release those games. So,
yeah.
Anyways.
Best shooter.
Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
Now it was between, I don't know the other ones. I know there was Call of Duty and Advanced Warfare, Titanfall. I know I disagree with those being in there entirely, but there's also Far Cry 4. I don't know the other two.
Now tell me this: how can Destiny be the best online experience but not the best shooter? Why is Destiny not the best shooter? That's what it is. I mean, given it, it's an RPG style.
But is Far Cry 4?
It's a shooting looter.
Is it a shooter? Is it just included shooter?
What?
Like,
Destiny?
No, Far Cry. Like, is it really considered a shooter?
I mean,
I see it more like a open world type game because you can. It's,
well, I mean,
like GTA style kind of, in a way.
I mean, sort of. You have this path. You got to go and complete your missions, and you also have the multiplayer. It's kind of like the closest thing I compare it to is Halo, really, as far as campaign progression, multiplayer,
but
and
in
a
terms
forge.
Of, like, mechanics, like, I mean, I guess I just don't. I don't see it as a shooter, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you could be, seen as one since it's first person.
It's kind of like calling Minecraft a shooter.
It's I don't know.
But I see.
I can see it. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd call Far Cry 4 the best shooter. That's from what I've seen.
So nay.
Nay. But
or undecided.
But game of the year.
Dragon Age Inquisition. It looks pretty good. I actually want to try it out. One of the good things about it, though, is the fact that it includes strong female leads as well.
Right.
And it includes transgenders, too. So it's a really good thing for it. A lot of people were really happy about that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Equality.
Good job.
Equality in the workplace.
Good job.
So yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. I'm not going to say no. Dragon Age is a huge game. Everybody loves Dragon Age.
Best remaster?
Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm assuming they're talking about the first-person shooter aspect that was remastered.
Well, that plus the big graphics. But I mean,
what do you think? I'm gonna say
there wasn't really that much that was added, though. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know.
You know what I think's the best remaster?
I think it's nice. It's a great update.
Because Grand Theft Auto 5 was great, and putting it in first person, it's like a whole new game, really.
Yep.
But so was my runner-up competitor that I want to choose for this remaster. Halo 2 Anniversary. The front door just opened by itself. That was incredibly awkward. But best remaster, I think I'm gonna put Halo 2, the Halo 2 remaster.
I'd have to agree.
Because 10 years later, remind you, 10 years
Yeah.
had passed. This year would be 10 years since Halo 4 or 2, and if you haven't played it, it's amazing.
have
It's
to
really
play
it's
it.
breathtaking on
Mhm.
on the new graphics.
Mhm.
Because I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't come out that long ago,
Exactly.
and they just did it again, and it's like I'd when I
more
think
of
of
a
a
port.
remaster.
Yeah, it's more of a port than a remaster.
You're right. I think remaster. I think okay, this game came out 10 years ago. It's time for the anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I think Halo 2 might take it. In my book, yours is probably different. Whoever's listening. For those who don't even like Halo, but whether you like it or not,
It's pretty much the truth.
Yep.
Here. I mean, I don't
Yep.
know. Okay.
All right, and to the fans' choice.
For the most anticipated game, we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
I'm anticipating.
I'm anticipated, but I'm not as anticipated as other people, I don't think.
No, don't really have.
Because I don't really know much about The Witcher. I've heard about it. I've heard about it quite a bit, but I mean, like, I've never got into it.
Yep. And the final one, the final fan's choice, best fan creation. Twitch plays Pokemon by Anonymous.
I've seen like on NeoGAF, which is like one of the top like sites for websites for gaming news, so on and so forth, forums or whatever. And I've seen like a thread about it, but I never really knew what it was. I guess they play all the Pokemon games on it or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
That's cool, man. All right, so that was pretty much our overview of what happened over the weekend. We're going to go ahead and wind down with this recording today.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yep. Hopefully, we're your choice. We're your choice.
Your number one choice.
Your number one for
geeky related news.
For the best creation
Mm-hmm.
of Nerd is the word.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Hope you had a great Monday. Hope you have the rest of a great Monday, and hope you have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.